John Travolta has released a statement about Going Clear, the documentary about Scientology that was just released on HBO. And as you can imagine, he denies all of the claims that were made in the documentary. So John Travolta, as you can see here in this picture, is not too happy about some of the claims that are made. He's saying that a lot of the claims are false. He's saying that he refuses to watch the documentary, but he already knows that the claims are false. Let me give you some examples of what he had to say. He said, "I've been so happy with my experience in the last 40 years that I really don't have anything to say that would shed light on a documentary so decidedly negative. I haven't experienced anything that the hearsay has claimed, so why would I communicate something that wasn't true for me?" Now, it's interesting because in the documentary, it's claimed that the Church of Scientology has done so many audits on John Travolta, and they have so much dirt on John Travolta that if he ever tries to leave the church or if he ever tries to say something negative about it, well, they can blackmail him, right? So, I mean, this could be a case of him fearing blackmail, or it could be him actually telling the truth and saying that he really does like the church.
Dude, they believe a guy named Xenu, threw people in a volcano. They threw him in a volcano. And that their spirits became thetans, which then get attached to us, and then they get audited and all this stuff. So, of course, I don't trust what John Travolta is going to say. I have no idea if he's blackmailed or not blackmailed. I have no idea if he's sane or insane. So, yeah, as long as he's part of the Church of Scientology, he's going to defend them to the hilt and be like, yes. And everybody, before they leave the church, are like, it's the greatest thing ever. And then when they leave, they're like, of course, and saying that it's actually the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
So, of course you can't trust what Travolta's saying.
So, I'm not surprised at his reaction to it. I'm actually surprised that he released a statement about it. I feel like John Travolta has actually been very hush-hush about everything lately. So the fact that he granted an interview to the Tampa Bay Times about this and he let them know what he thought about the documentary, which he didn't see, is kind of interesting. He also says, I've been brought through some storms that were insurmountable. And Scientology has been so beautiful to me that I can't even imagine attacking it. So he's talking about his son dying and how, the church was supposedly there for him during this really rough time. So,
I mean, look, I believe that, partly because he's the second most famous and rich and powerful person in the church, so I'm sure they were all over him and helping him, and they probably helped him through a really tough time, which we all empathize and sympathize with, right? So I get that, but I would hope so would almost any church or decent friends and family. So, okay, if for him that's good, God bless him. Then, hey, and he wants to believe that. He wants to believe in the thetans coming from the volcanoes. If it helps him through tough times, hey, some people believe that a dude walked on water 2,000 years ago and came of a virgin birth. Whatever gets you through the night, right? But don't pretend it's true, because it ain't.
Neil deGrasse Tyson got a lot of hate because he actually said something a little similar to what you just said right now. He's saying, look, I understand the criticism. I'm paraphrasing him because I don't have his quote in front of me. But he essentially said, look, I get the criticism about Scientology, but how is Scientology different from all the other religions out there? I mean, a lot of it is just made up stuff that people believe because it's part of their faith. It's been passed down from generation to generation. And I don't know why he got a lot of flack for that. Yeah, Scientology is crazy, but it's not crazier than the other religions out there.